Hello, so this is a quick how-to video for all solicitors who are looking to use the Transact.ie system. So there will be two ways for you to get properties registered up onto the system. The first one will be from the estate agents who are involved. So they will get a vendor or a purchaser in. They will then input the details onto the system and you would get an online notification to accept that instruction. The second way that you can load properties up onto the Transact system as a solicitor is to register them up yourself, and that's what I'm going to focus on today. So how this system would work is you would get a notification to set yourself up on an account with Transact, so that will come through to your email address like this, and you will get a notice here to set yourself up on the Transact system. Be very careful to check your junk email or your trash, as it may go in there, but it will always come to you. So you'll get registered up here. You go in and you simply activate your account, and what that will take you through to is a system that asks then for your username or for your password. So you will enter in a password into the system twice for verification and then agree with the terms of use. So that then will create your account so that you can then begin to load up the properties onto the system. So I can see here as I've started, I've got no properties up on the system as it stands now. So what you're able to do to load up your first property onto the system, you press this big blue button over in the top right hand corner. And once you've done that, that will ask you for some basic property details about it. So if you're loading up a property where you're the vendor solicitor on it, this is the first step that you would take. So you'll be able to come in, you're able to tell the system what type of property it is, whatever it is, a detached house, terraced house, whatever the property may be. So we'll pick a semi-detached house here. It will then ask you for an air code, so you'll pop your air code into the system there. So I pop my air code into the system and it'll automatically search then to find it. Shows up where it is, and what I'm able to do then is enter the guide price that's listed for it and a very basic description about the property. You don't need to put in a big long description like you might get up on Daft Home. It's a very basic instruction so that the customer will recognize it. If you know additional items included in the sale like fixtures and fitting, you can put that in. If not, you can just put in to be confirmed. So what you will then do next is register up the customer's name. So whoever it is, you can pop them into the system. You would put in an email address for them into the system. And we always need a verification of that email address. So you'll always be asked for it twice. And if there's a mistake on it, it'll bounce back to you that there's been something wrong on it. We also need the customer's mobile number. The reason we ask for this is it's part of the security process when they're logging into the system. Obviously the information here is very secure, so we need to have a secure system behind that. Once you go to register the vendor then, what it will say is only one person is registered for the property if this is correct. If it's not correct, it'll take you into a second tab where you need to enter the information for the second person. So if you've got a husband and a wife, you'd need to enter that information there. For the second person, you only need to enter the name. You don't need to enter the email address and the mobile numbers. So I'll click proceed for now. And what would happen then is this will ask me to reconfirm all the information and confirm that I've spoken to my customer to tell them that they're going up to register and transact. That's very important that you inform them that they're going up onto the system. And then once you click finish, it simply registers them up on the system. So what happens now from the customer's point of view is an email will go out to the customer just like we had at the start of this. They'll go in and activate their account and then they effectively register themselves up onto the system through that. When you're looking to register then additional properties, what you'll see is that's number one property loaded up. You'd go back, you'd do exactly the same thing on the system to get additional properties registered up. And you can do this for as many properties as you want. And you can set this up so that the solicitor can do it, the legal executive can do it, the secretaries can do it. Everyone in the office has access to this and everyone is able to do it. So you're able to load up from, if everyone is working from home, everybody can load it up. And once it's done, everybody can see this. I could go in as a company and see all the different properties that have been loaded up onto the system, and you're able to keep track of everything from there. If I'm now looking to register up a purchaser onto the system, what I'm able to do is simply go into my system here, and there's a button then that clicks for click register purchaser. So you can click register purchaser there, and what that will take you through is the same steps effectively that you went through on the vendor side. So that'll ask for the name, the email address, the mobile number. The second tab then will cover the purchase price that was paid, the deposit amount that was asked for. All of that you should have from the sales advice notice, and then you'll just confirm the details. And exactly the same notification will go out to the purchaser. They'll get an email, they'll get themselves set up on the system, and you'll see when they've registered up on the system. So it's a very straightforward and easy way just to get all the properties that you've currently got on your book registered up onto the system, and then you're able to track them from wherever you are. Everybody working at home is able to see them, and you can put all of your folders and documents into Transact so you can keep everything going when everybody's working from home.